Well, I wasn't certain whether to say congratulations to you or to say good luck. Because you do know. Exactly, because I'm sure that you, of course, appreciate the amount of work that that lies ahead of you. You have spoken in the past about lifting 133 million Nigerians out of poverty. Even though some people will say that those figures were talking about people who are multidimensionally poor. Sure. So it is rather broad, so to speak. Do you have a category of, I mean, you've talked about hunger. I mean, those who are, facing, food shortages. But do you have a category of people, and have you been able to settle on a more definitive figure of the number of people whom you're targeting in the first phase of some of your programs?
So that's been worked out now, but the very first thing which we are starting almost immediately is the verification of the social register. I'm sure for a couple of days and weeks, we've been going back and forth with the Nigerian Governors Forum and several other interested parties saying the social register is okay, it's not okay. The people who are truly poor are not on the list. There's some political influence to it and the rest of it. So we're going to first carry out a full verification of the social register to ensure that truly it's the poorest of the poor, those who deserve to be on that list, that are on that list. And then from there, we will now create the different beneficiaries category. So those who will be benefiting from the hunger intervention, the zero hunger intervention, those who will be benefiting from the educational intervention, those who will be benefiting from the skilled job and job opportunities. We'll also in the humanitarian sector be creating humanitarian jobs. So if you have followed or worked with some of these UN agencies and the rest of them, you see that they have short-term contracts for jobs. So if there's a humanitarian crisis at point A, they immediately hire both skilled and unskilled persons to go and handle different aspects of the humanitarian response in those locations. And so we'll be preparing a protocol that can easily give guidelines to those who will be hiring for 3 months, for 6 months, for 1 year, maximum 2 years on contract basis to go and attend. So all of those are ways in which we hope to really get the jobs out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about that register. I know the governors did say, even at NEC, that it lacks integrity. They're not going to use it, so they discarded it. So are you saying that, you're going to use that same register yourself?
So, like I said, we are going to verify and update, and we're going to work with the governors so that they can own it. We're going to work with those at the local government so they can own it. One of the challenges which they raised was that they were not involved in the process of really getting the poorest of the poor. As a country, we have to have ownership of whatever data that we are bringing out from the grassroots. So the local government people must be involved, the governors must be involved, traditional rulers must be involved, and even the religious rulers should be involved. So we own this data to say, yes, indeed, these are poor people in our communities. We know them. These are human beings, not just numbers and names, but they are human beings. We can identify them, and this is what we believe we're comfortable working with.
Do we then expect that probably with time, maybe sooner rather than later, NEC will backtrack and say, okay, now we accept the register?
Once you work with them, they would accept it because it's their own product now.